Hi BCI Consultants, Emily Goodstein, SYRF Program Director here to share a few tips about how to engage youth and young adults in your work. So for starters, free stuff. The SYRF program has a ton of it, and we'd love to send a package to you of it so that you can give it out to the young adults that you're working with. Here's a little surfboard keychain that we created with the URL of the SYRF program on the back. Check that out. We'd love to send you a whole box of all those goodies that sometimes we find are a good, memorable way for people to remember the name of our program. So if you're invited to speak at a local college or university or some young adults in your community, let us know so we can put some SYRF goodies in the mail to you and you can give them out. It's a great way to start a conversation with young adults in your community. Secondly, give us the email addresses of the folks that you work with. We make these handy dandy sign-in sheets that have a place for people to give us their first and last name and email address, which is the .1 best way for us to keep in touch with people that express interest in working on the SYRF program. Again, this is my email address, info@syrf.org. And you can email me and I'll send you a link to download the SYRF sign-in sheet. You can also get it on our website. And if you have any questions, you should feel free to contact me, but we would really love for you to share the names and contact information of the youth and young adults that you work with us so we can follow up and continue the great work that you get started. Thirdly, embrace age diversity. A lot of the youth and young adults that we work with are sometimes 16 and 17 years old, and it's pretty off-putting when they have more experienced activists shake their fingers in their faces and say, "You don't know what life was like before Roe v. Wade," or "I can't believe you're so young." So keep this in mind and play along. Youth and young adults are really energetic and oftentimes have a unique perspective. Many of them have been in sex education classrooms in the very recent past and have a lot of useful information for us to use in our advocacy work. So keep that in mind and try to remember that even funny comments sometimes about how young some of the activists we work with are sometimes off-putting, so keep that in mind and try to keep them to a minimum. My next point is the program is called Spiritual Youth for Reproductive Freedom, and we are interfaith, which means a lot of the folks we work with don't necessarily see themselves as religious, or they're really interested in learning about other religions and faith traditions. So keep that in mind when you talk. We try to make the events that we host really interfaith and ensure that there are several different faith traditions represented. So sometimes it might be off-putting to some audiences to use specific language or not define terms. So I'm always really careful to be sure when I'm talking about a specific text source or sacred text, explain what that is and make no assumptions about what people in the audience already know. My last point is long equals bad and short equals memorable. Youth and young adults are living in the Web 2.0 world. They're used to communicating quickly, and it's our responsibility to not bore them when we're trying to get our point across. So think about keeping your emails short, keeping presentations short and memorable, and rather than sending a really long email or making a really long speech, engage with the youth and young adults that you work with and ask them what they think and ask them for their ideas. We're here as resources to them, to empower them, to inherit the reproductive justice movement, so that when we're old and tired, we have people to inherit the movement. So keep that in mind. Good luck with your work. Remember to email me. And thanks, Reverend Penny, for asking me to do this little video. Hope you enjoy it.